Hello everybody, in this video we're going to install Java on Windows 8 and we're going to do this because I want to do Android application development and I need Java in order to do that. So this video will go through that and then I'll have another one that will go through Android and installing that SDK. So you can, you're looking at the Metro UI, you can either click on Firefox or go to the desktop and open up Firefox. And what we're downloading, in fact, I'm just going to get the current one, so I'm going to just Google it, actually. Download Java JDK. Let's see, I'm going to have, well, it looks like number 7, perhaps. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Java SE downloads link. And I'm going to be taking to the screen here, and I don't really need NetBeans, and I don't want the EE version or the FX version, so I'm going to download this version right here, which is going to be this one, the JDK. Looks like version 7 as the making of this video. Apparently it looks like it might be the most current. It doesn't really matter actually for the Android development environment. Any version past about 3, which is going to be any of the current versions, is going to work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this download link here, and it's going to take me to another screen, and then what I'm going to do here is accept the license agreement, and I'm doing this on a Windows 8 professional version that's running on a parallel screen on a MacBook. So what I'm going to download though is the Windows version of it. So I'm just trying to make sure I have the Windows version, which I do. Which is very good. Okay, so I'm going to go down here and select the Windows 64-bit, and I'm going to do the x86 version here. So this is the one on the bottom here of the screen that I'm going to download. And this is hopefully looking at this, and it says Java SE Development Kit 7U9, which is the one that's just the basic development kit, no extra stuff. So I'm going to go back up over here, make sure I've got the right one. I'm going to click on it. And a little dialog box is going to show up. It's going to ask me to save the file, so I'm going to go ahead and save the file. And this is going to take a few minutes, so I'll pause the video. But the way you can tell whether or not you have Java installed or not, and most likely you don't have it installed, if you just open up a command console and you type in Java C, and you get something like that shows up on the screen, it means you don't have it installed. In fact, Java will probably be installed, which it is, and what I've got right now is the runtime environment that's installed. Because I typed in Java, and I could see I can run some stuff, but this is just the runtime environment. I need the Java C utility, which is the test that you're going to need to run. So at the end of this installation, when you type in Java C, you should not get this error message, you should get something else. But we'll see that as we go through it. But in any case, I'm going to pause the video and wait for the download to finish because you guys don't need to watch that. And when this finishes, I'm going to go ahead and restart the video, and then so we can go through the rest of it. So I'll just pause the video. Okay, well the video is going to continue now after the download has completed. So now I have the downloaded file, which is going to be the install. So I'm going to go ahead and close Firefox, and oops, I closed my download window too. So I'm going to go ahead and find the download. So I clicked on my file manager, and it's going to be in my downloads directory. So I'm going over here, I'm going to double click on the downloaded file to go ahead and run through the install, and hopefully it'll run through flawlessly. So I'm going to close this window so we have some good real estate out here. There we go. So it says, welcome to the install, is now included, so who cares about Java FX? You don't really need that. So install wizard is going to install the Java SE development kit. So I want to install the SE software development kit. So I'm going to go next, which is what I want. I want the development tools and I want the source code. Okay, sure. Go ahead and leave everything on the default settings and go ahead and click next, and it will go through and it says it's removing some files and updating some files and copying some stuff. This is actually kind of quick. Java really doesn't take up that much room on your hard drive either, which is nice. But you can use the command line tools. You can also use the tools inside of Eclipse once we have this installed. So let's see. Extracting, looks like it's running through correctly. We'll give it a few minutes so it can finish, and then we'll test it out. And we'll probably have to change our environment settings to add the Java To add the SDK to the path probably, but let's see. So it says it successfully installed. This is what we're looking for right here. I'm going to go press close, which is good. And then kind of going to wait my cursor. Looks like it's got a little circle next to it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the file manager again and see where it got installed into. So if I open up the C drive, I go down to Program Files, and what I'm looking for is Java. And here I see Java right here. And then I see I've got the JRE7. That's a Java runtime environment. I also have this thing called the JDK. And I'm going to rename this JDK because it makes it easier to update my path with this. And so I'm going to go like that with it. And so now I have JDK in here. And inside of the JDK directory, I have a bin directory. And inside of the bin directory, I've got that Java C command, which is right here. So if I go out to a prompt and I type in Java C, I'm still going to get that same error message. If I change the directory to Program Files, JDK bin and run it, it will work. But it's not in my environment variables yet, so I'm going to go ahead and add it. So that's kind of a, you can also add a class path as well. But it's kind of an easier way of configuring it, so you don't have to keep changing directories. You can just run it from anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my control panel, and what I'm looking for is in the older system, it was called System, actually. So it's going to be in, well, hold on one second. I am brand new to Windows 8, so I'm going to pause the video 1 second and find out where the system is located. Okay, perhaps if I just looked at the screen, I would see it. It says System and Security, so I'm going to click on System and Security, and I'm going to go down to System. So what I want really is the system. So if you're on a Windows 7 or Windows 8, it should be really the same navigation. I'm upgrading from a Windows XP to Windows 8, so a little bit different for me. So go ahead and click on System, and it'll bring you into this screen here. And then go ahead and click on Advanced System Settings. And then you get the old, looks like the Windows old XP system System Advanced Settings. And what we want to do is go down to the bottom of the screen, actually click on the Advanced, make sure Advanced is clicked on the tabs that are on the top here, and then go down to the bottom of the screen, you'll see Environment Variables. Click on Environment Variables, and this is where we're going to add the JDK directory to the path. So if I come down to the bottom window here, what I'm looking for is one that says Path, and I found one here, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit. And I'm kind of lazy, so I'm going to cut and paste here a little bit. I see I've got Windows. There we go. I'm going to copy this one. And when I want to type in, and my typing is really lousy, but you want to put a semicolon in there. And I'm pasting in where it says C:\program files. And then as a cheat sheet, I sort of left this other window up so I can kind of see what that path was, and it was in Program Files, and then it looks like it was in Java JDK bin. So I'm going to go back here and type that in. So Program Files, Java forward, let me say JDK, and I don't believe it is case sensitive, but the JDK was in lowercase, and then bin is the last one. So I've got C:\program files /Java /JDK /bin. I capitalized the J in Java because I believe it is capitalized out here, and it is. So I got JDK, and then I've got Java, JDK lowercase, and then bin. It's actually kind of important that you get this correct. Otherwise, it's not going to find it correctly. And make sure you also put that semicolon in so you can concatenate this kind of statement and add this to the end of it. So I'm going to press OK, and then I'm going to press OK again, and then I'm going to press OK again, and then I'm going to go back out to the DOS prompt here. I'm going to see if the test actually works. So I'm going to type in Java C, and lo and behold, I fixed the problem. So now I have the full compiler. So you can see what happens now when I typed in Java C this time. It's going to tell me, well, my usage, I didn't put in the source name, and I didn't. Well, you're supposed to type in Java C space, the name of a Java file, and then it compiles it for you. That's how we're going to be running the compiler. So you can see now that it is working, and so now I should have Java still working as well, which I do in Java C. So if you get all that kind of stuff coming up to the screen, it means that it is actually working. So now Java is installed on this computer. So now in the next video, I'm going to download and install the Eclipse IDE so that I don't have to use this command prompt window, because this window here I don't necessarily want to do. I want to do it graphically, so I'm going to use Eclipse for that. And we'll be using that for the Android class, so it'll make it a little bit easier for you. So go ahead and close everything out, and you are done, and you should now have Java installed on Windows 8, and you're ready to go on to the next step. So thanks for watching.